Hey, what's up guys? Well, I got this beast packed on my back and take it out for a little trial run here. Give you a couple tips and see how this thing works out. They said this cinch bag weighs in at 75 pounds. See if you can get a good profile shot of what it looks like. Yeah, it's big. It's big and heavy. Now this is definitely not a backpacker's pack. I mean, if you're backpacking for recreation, which I do, then usually I have my kiddos with me. I pack a lot of their stuff, so pack weighs in about 60 pounds, and that's with water and food and all in their gear. This guy's 75 with no water in it right now, but canteens are in it. And this pack is the Kelty Eagle 128 liters. And the other video I posted showed you the contents. Yeah, a couple things about this pack. It does have the like the shoulder straps, the tall ones to pull the pack in. I like Kelty gear. I've used a lot of it. But on the waistband, a lot of the other ones have a cinch strap on the back of the waistband, which helps pull the load in. This one does not. It just has the chest strap here above the shoulders, cinch straps, and just the waist belt. And yeah, I mean it's kind of got a little wiggle to it right now. It's definitely not as tight as some of the other bags. I may have to check with how I got it packed. Maybe to cinch it down a little bit better, just the pack itself, to keep it from moving around and shifting the weight as much. The whole theory behind this pack is a lot different than backpacking. This is something that if a a Carrington event like an EMP hits, or if society goes crazy and they set off EMP bombs to start a new war to feed the military-industrial complex. Who knows? I'm not one to really live in fear at all, but I like to be prepared. I think it's our duty as stewards of the earth to try to persevere and be kind and compassionate to all, help them out, and if we make it, or some of us who prepare through the first wave, we just may be able to help out. I am trekking with, this is the trekking stick I use for this one. Definitely, like I said, not my backpacking trekking poles. This is a blowgun, big bore, thick walled, good for trekking. I have another one, but I'm holding this pole right now, so I'd have both of them with me for small game hunting and for use of setting up a shelter or so, and in defense, perhaps, if it comes to that. So I'm just trying this pack out. That 15 extra pounds makes a big difference. It really does. I see it in my posture. I am leaning forward a little bit more. I do have the shoulder straps adjusted way down. I'm a little over 6 foot, but I'm trying to keep most of the weight on my hips. Yeah, again, the theory behind this pack is one for stuff really happens, natural disaster, and you're out. Something to grab and go and sustain for a while. Perhaps some things cool down, or things don't. You just never know. And going with that, even the United States here, probably not 20 miles or so that you can go out where you're not going to come across some form of inhabitants, other humans, or another little town. I mean, we're a lot of people on this little planet, lots of them. You know, this is a finite planet, finite resources, basically just a little aquarium, and we keep growing and exploiting all the natural resources. The way I see it is that I used to say we're kind of coming to a crossroads, you know, that have to be a collective conscious change globally to sustain life further, or not, you know, one way or the other. Now I kind of see it as an intersection, and that if we, for example, take a left, global conscious change, understand that war and dispute and politics and this wealth and greed is not sustainable for human existence on this planet, we can unleash the technology that's been hidden from us and come up with a whole different way of existing on this planet in a peaceful manner, kind of rise above all the things that are keeping us repressed, or take a right. We go into World War III, and then the demise will be short-lived for everything. Or if we go straight, kind of continue down this road that we're on, well, then it's just a long, drawn-out demise also in a way. And that, you know, the people just kind of living in their illusion of what's going on, and, you know, we'll just run out of our resources. And the quote elite think that they have it made in their underground bases or their bunkers, or who knows, maybe they got resources to take them off world into some other place. Who knows? We really don't know. So, you know, I just strive to be, you know, just to live by the heart, you know, live out of compassion, be a sovereign man as most as I can, and, you know, just live righteously the best I can. Yeah, you know, I am sitting here with 75 pounds of gear, which, you know, kind of contributes to this. Yeah, with all this gear on my back, this does contribute to the, you know, society of just buying stuff, consumerism. Yeah, I understand that, but you know, it may lead into a change, perhaps. I'm not one just to give up and give in. You know, if it comes down to martial law or whatnot, I definitely don't want to go into some camp and just be a victim. I believe we all have choices to make, and with knowledge, applied knowledge, comes power. I say knowledge is power, but I really don't believe that. You know, it's having the knowledge and applying it where the power comes from. You know, to live your truth, what you believe in. And, you know, for those on the other side, they believe in what they're doing too. This duality of life we live in is pretty interesting. Light and dark, good and bad. Makes one wonder. So I try to get out in nature as much as possible and connect. And then just rationalize it, make sense of it, or not make sense of it, just be in peace. You know, we were born naturally at this stage of development of humanity. Yeah, I was born natural. Father and mother came out of the womb. I don't know how many future generations can say that. I feel lucky and blessed to be here and to have all the experiences and to go out into the wilderness and check it out. And connect back. It's very peaceful, very sovereign. Nice, and I try to get out as much as possible. But again, this is back to this pack. So here this pack is so far. Yeah, it's heavy. you know, getting out quick, trying to be stealth with it is definitely not going to be as practical as a smaller, lighter pack. You know, but for something substantial, maybe making a home base or making a base for a little while but still being mobile, I think that's kind of the whole theology of it, is that you have enough in here to make a good base camp, but also have the ability to pack it up and be mobile. So, you know, for the size, I think it's good and get a lot of gear in here. Red forms after 80 pounds, you get the suspension system gets a little funky, and yeah, I can definitely see it right now. The suspension system feels pretty good. The pads are holding up good. The lumbar pad feels positioned right. Shoulder straps are good. You know, it's 75 pounds. It's heavy. Yeah, I use trekking poles quite a bit when I'm backpacking, and they're a lot lighter than this float gun, and I feel it. You know, I've only gone about a mile, and yeah, I can feel the weight in it on my arms, and it's a little bit tall, not bad, but my arm is coming up while I'm walking, and I kind of like to have just a bit lower. So 2 of them going, yeah, you know, it's going to be burning some more calories. And, you know, me personally, I see perhaps maybe 10 miles a day out of this pack. You know, speaking of calories being used a day, taking breaks, inching along, perhaps a little more training and get some more out of it, realistically. And then the pack's going to get lighter too as you go along. You start using up some of your contents. You know, I'm packing 32,000 calories of food, just weighing in at 18 pounds. So that right there is going to reduce it. And but besides that, everything else, unless I lose it or barter it off, you know, it'll still be the same. Yeah, the sun's going down, but man, let me tell you, it's probably cooled down to about 100 out here in a hot summer. Uphill's a challenge, always is. Downhill's hard on your knees, but that's planet Earth. I'm glad we have them. The whole world was flat. It'd be kind of boring. So if you're looking for this type of pack, you know, I guess I would recommend it. I think Kelty is a good brand. You know, you definitely get your value out of what you pay for it. But it's not for the meek, you know. This is going to be a big pack for a big frame, heavy load. And you know, if you're going to use this pack, you need to wear it, use it, get out there, train for it. Well, thanks for watching. If you guys got any comments, please leave them. Peace out.